Have you ever paused in the doorway and wondered, why did I come in here? It happens to everyone. But when these slips repeat and begin to reshape your day, when routines bend around them, that's your body's gentle whisper. Please pay attention. Tonight, we'll explore 7 early warnings with kindness and clarity. You'll hear real stories, learn what's typical and what deserves a closer look, and lead with small, doable steps you can start before bedtime. Our aim is simple. Protect independence, preserve dignity, and replace fear with a plan. Why early noticing matters. Catching patterns early doesn't put a label on you. It opens doors. Many everyday factors can cloud thinking. Medicines, poor sleep, dehydration, low B12, thyroid issues, pain, depression, and hearing or vision loss. When we notice sooner, we can test, tweak, and often improve our results. Early noticing also helps families set gentle routines, build safety rails, and keep control where it belongs. With you, everyday memory slips that disrupt routine. Tom in Ohio is 74. Sunday pancakes are his tradition. Lately, he preheats the pan, lays out flour and eggs, then wanders off to sort the mail. The smoke alarm does the remembering. What it can look like around the house, asking the same question within minutes. What time is the dentist again? Missing long-standing appointments or arriving on the wrong day. Starting tea, laundry, or the shower, and forgetting to return. Misplacing items in unusual spots, wallet in the bread bin, keys in the fridge. Why does this happen? In plain English, our sticky note system in the brain gets slower with age. When stress, poor sleep, or medicines pile on, that sticky note can fall off before we use it. Early dementia adds extra friction. The brain files intention poorly, so the why of what we were doing slips away mid-task. Gentle self-checks, informational, not diagnostic. 3-thing recall, say kettle, spoon, window. Check yourself in 5 minutes. Track for a week. 1-task rule. For 3 days, do one thing at a time. If finishing still stays hard, note it. Micro habits to help today. 1 home, 1 place. Hooks for keys. A tray for wallet/phone. A labeled pill organizer by a bright lamp. A talking timer for anything that heats or fills. Stove, washer, garden hose. A small countertop brain diary. Time, what happened in context. Sleep, stress, new medicine, hunger. Patterns speak louder than one-off slips. Caregiver corner. How to help without nagging. Swap, you just asked me that for, it's at 2 p.m. I jotted it in our notebook. Praise the system, not the slip. Short story vignette. Tom now writes 3 words before cooking. Pan, batter, timer. Clip to the fridge. It serves as a gentle anchor. 2 weeks later, no burnt pans, and his confidence is back. Language and conversation changes. Margaret in Yorkshire leads the garden club. Lately, barbecue has become the outdoor cooking thing, and she loses the thread mid-story. Signs to notice. Socially, frequent tip-of-the-tongue moments that don't resolve. Descriptions replacing names many times a day. The thing you press. Pulling back from chats because speaking feels tiring or embarrassing. Why does this happen? In plain English, the brain stores meaning and labels in different cupboards. With age or early disease, the path to the label gets bumpy. Stress and rushing make the path even narrower. Pressure-lowering supports. Slow the pace. Silence is a friend, not a failure. Kind prompts beat corrections. Do you mean a barbecue? A shared word bore on the fridge. Family names, favorite plants, recipes, places. Seeing a word often unlocks it. Describe and point. If a word sticks, say what it does and point. Confidence matters more than perfect vocabulary. Tiny practice. Read a short paragraph aloud daily. Circle sticky words. Add them to board. Revisit tomorrow. Quiet practice. Steady progress. Caregiver corner. How to keep connection. Invite stories with gentle cues. Tell me about the rose you planted near the gate. Keep questions open-hearted and straightforward. New struggles with planning, money, or multi-step tasks. Nora in Melbourne always balanced the books. This month, she paid the electricity twice and forgot the council rates. Her famous stew, once effortless, now feels like a mountain. What it can look like. Practical life. Losing the thread in recipes or appliance instructions. duplicate payments, missed debits, or unusual withdrawals. Medication mix-ups, wrong day, duplicate dose. Freezing mid-sequence. What comes next? Why does this happen? In plain English, planning uses the brain's project manager. When it tires, steps blur together and we lose place in sequence. Early disease can cause the manager to become slow and easily overwhelmed. Gentle guardrails that respect independence. 3-step sticky. Only 3 steps at a time. 1. Pan on. 2. Saute onions. 3. Add stock. Auto pay for utilities. Bank alerts for extensive or repeated payments. A weekly money check on the same day. A single well-lit medicine station with a morning/evening organizer. 1 labeled folder. Bills and banking. Open every Friday. Mini story. Nora and her daughter created Financial Fridays. 10 minutes. Tea on the table. 1 folder, 1 checklist. Duplicate payments vanished. And so did the Sunday worry. Caregiver corner. Protecting dignity. Offer tools, not takeover. Would you like me to set alerts so the bank texts you if anything looks odd? Getting lost or mixing up time, and plays James and Sydney walks the same route daily. Twice this month, he turned left instead of right, and needed a neighbor to guide him back. He arrived at church on Tuesday, sure it was Sunday. What it can look like. Orientation. Losing your way on a familiar route or inside a well-known building. Turning up on the wrong day despite long routines. Standing at a junction, unsure which way home is. Why does this happen? In plain English, our inner map uses landmarks, memory, and attention. When any one of these dims, especially attention, the map goes fuzzy. Early disease can also blur the where am I in time sense. Safety with dignity. Carry a small card. I'm fine, just a bit disoriented. Please call name/number. Location sharing with a trusted family member. Landmark directions. Right at the post box, left at the blue house. Not just street names. Pause, orient, proceed. Stop, breathe, find 2 landmarks, then move. Caregiver corner. Language that reassures. Everyone gets turned around sometimes. I'm glad you asked for help. Smart move. Changes in judgment and safety decisions. Evelyn and Devin is usually cautious. Recently, she bought miracle supplements from a cold caller and shared her card details. What can look like safety and sense. Risky driving choices or ignoring signals. Dress lightly in cold weather or leave heaters/cookers on. Falling for scams, sudden generosity to strangers, or sweepstakes obsessions. Why does this happen? In plain English, judgment blends memory, attention, and danger radar. When the radar dulls, tricks like flattery and urgency from scammers sneak through. Practical guardrails, low friction. High respect, the 2-signature rule. Phone a trusted person before any significant purchase or sharing card details. Caller ID and call blocking. House rule. If anyone asks for money or card info, hang up and ring family. Bright OFF. Stickers near cookers/heaters. Auto shut-off kettle. Talking kitchen timer. Driving review with kindness. Shorter daytime routes. Avoid night driving or high-stress roads. Mini story. Evelyn placed a bold pause sticker by the phone and set her daughter as speed dial 1. Sales calls lost their power the moment she saw the sticker. Caregiver corner, protect, don't police. Offer to be the second opinion buddy. If anyone asks for money, let's make it our rule to check with each other first. Mood, motivation, and personality shifts. Harold in Boston was the family's steady rock. Over the months, he grew irritable, prone to tears, and less interested in crosswords or Sunday lunch. What it can look like. Inside feelings. New anxiety, apathy, suspicion, or unusual sadness. Shrinking social circle. Skipping favorite hobbies. Changes in sleep, appetite, or energy. Why does this happen? In plain English, mood circuits and memory circuits talk constantly. Pain, poor sleep, loneliness, hearing loss, and medicines can weigh them down. Early disease can also change the color of feelings. Mood-lifting microhabits. Light and move 10 minutes each morning by a bright window or outside if safe. Music from a favorite decade while making tea. Music lights up memory and mood. One daily small joy. Phone a friend, water a plant, sit in the sun. Cuddle a pet. Check hearing/vision. Straining to hear or see often looks like withdrawal. Caregiver corner. Keep dignity front and center. Validate first, then invite. It makes sense you're tired. Would fresh air for 5 minutes help? Or shall we put on your favorite song? Movement or visual perception changes. Some people notice changes before memory shifts, such as stiffer, shuffling steps, misjudging distances, trouble placing a cup squarely, and clipping door frames. What can look like body in space, slower gait, smaller steps, freezing in doorways, harder time judging depth on stairs or curbs. Reading feels tougher even with the right glasses. Crowded aisles feel overwhelming. Why does this happen? In plain English, the brain's map of the body and its surrounding space can lose resolution. Contrast helps the map. Clutter confuses it. Home and body supports. Immediate wins. Clear pathways. Tape down rugs. Night lights from bed to bathroom. Contrasting strip on stair edges. High contrast dining. Dark placemat under a white plate. Large print labels on drawers. 2 stability drills at the counter. Heel to toe line walk. 5 to 10 steps, and sit to stand 5 to 10 reps, twice a day. Look, point, place for cups and plates. Slow, deliberate placement reduces spills and stress. Caregiver corner. Safety without scolding. Blame the environment, not the person. This rug is slippery. Let's swap it for a grippy mat. A simple plan you can start this week. Notice, days 1 to 14, keep a brain diary. What happened? When and what else is going on? Sleep, stress, new meds, hydration. Circle repeating patterns. Organize. Day 1 home for keys, wallet, phone, and medicines. Label the spots. Anchor. Daily triple anchor plans. Say them aloud. Write them down. Set an alert. Hearing, seeing, and a nudge beats willpower. Connect. Twice weekly a 10-minute chat with a friend and 1 short walk with someone you trust. Connection protects the brain. Move. Daily the 2-minute brain walk. Stroll gently while naming 5 colors you see. For sound you hear, 3 textures you feel, 2 scents you notice, and 1 thing you're grateful for. Nourish. Daily water within an hour of waking. Protein at breakfast. A rainbow of fruit/veg by dinner. Review. End of week 2, bring the diary to your GP. Ask kindly about hearing/vision. Sleep/mood, medications that affect thinking, hydration, B12, thyroid function, and a gentle cognitive screening. Your calm conversation toolkit. Choose timing wisely. After tea, not in a rush. Lead with love, not labels. I've noticed a few changes and I want to support you. Bring the diary. Facts calm emotions. Ask for a simple plan. What easy checks can we do first? Agree on 1 or 2 steps today. Auto pay, pill organizer, hearing test, brighter hall lighting. Kind myths versus helpful truths myth. Seeing the doctor means they'll jump straight to dementia. Truth. Many treatable issues mimic memory trouble. Checking is wise, not scary. Myth. If it is dementia, nothing helps. Truth. Structure, safety tweaks, social contact, movement, daylight, and better sleep often protect independence and lift quality of life. Myth. Telling family means I lose control. Truth. Sharing early helps you set preferences and keep control longer. Your GP visit. A gentle checklist to bring along 2 or 3 diary examples in your own words. A complete list of medicines and supplements includes sleep aids, pain pills, allergy meds. Notes on sleep, mood, stress, hydration, hearing, and vision. Daily function snapshots. Bills, cooking, driving, walking confidence. Questions to ask. Could any medicines be fogging my thinking? Should we check hearing, vision, B12, thyroid, mood, and sleep? What routines or therapies might help right now? When should we review progress? Home tweaks that help right away: lighting, brighter bulbs in halls and stairways, night lights of bathroom, a lamp by the favorite chair. Contrast, bold labels on drawers, colored tape on stair edges, dark mats under light dishes. Safety, grab bars where needed, non-slip bath mat, auto shut-off kettle, a small stove timer beside the cooker. Navigation, clear door signs, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom. Routine zone, a small table by the door for keys, wallet, glasses, phone, and a notepad. For caring partners and family, one idea at a time. Short, calm sentences. Ask, don't quiz, swap, do you remember? For, shall we check the notebook? Offer choices, not open questions. Tea or water? Praise effort. Let small mistakes go when safety isn't at risk. Care for yourself. Short rest, a walk outside, and asking for help are not luxuries. They're fuel. Red flags that deserve prompt medical attention. Getting lost in a very familiar place more than once. Sudden. Significant changes in money handling or repeated missed bills. Fast mood or personality shifts that worry the family. New falls, frequent kitchen accidents, or unsafe driving. Hallucinations or strong. Fix false belief. S. If any part of this felt familiar, you're not alone. In the comments, write one small action you'll take this week. Start a brain diary. Set up autopay, add a nightlight, or book a calm chat with your GP. Your note might give another family courage. If this was helpful, please subscribe, and share. Together we can bring clear, kind guidance to more people. And remind each other that even on uncertain roads, we don't have to walk them alone.